Hello, YouTube. Well, we've done it. Somehow I've convinced 500 people to subscribe to my lowly little channel here. And to celebrate, I thought I'd put out a new video, this time showing you how to get an old computer online so that you can call an old school BBS. So this is not the definitive guide. This is just one way to do it. This way works with any vintage computer that I can think of, but I'm going to demonstrate with an Apple IIGS, which is what I have, and relatively inexpensive. You see a lot of folks with souped up variants of some vintage computer. Maybe they're attempting to build the version of the computer that they had back in the day, but with every possible option that they always wanted, right? I wasn't going for that. I was going for, hey, let's do something fun as cheaply as possible, right? So you see my Apple IIGS here. It's not the best looking cosmetic specimen. I haven't tried to retro bright it. I don't have this huge rack of hard drives or like a system saver or anything like that. I do have one 800K floppy drive. And inside of it, I think for $50, I bought a new modern tech with surface mount chips, a RAM upgrade. So it's a 4 megabyte RAM card. I think it's like $50 on eBay, and it's brand new tech, newly made. The other thing that I have inside of this computer is a booty drive, B-O-O-T-I. It's essentially like a hard drive emulator that you plug a thumb drive into, but you don't need that. I've done everything that I'm about to show you here using one 800K floppy that I sort of built. Building a disk image using this KEGS emulator, and there's several very well documented ways of using a software called ADT Pro, and that helps you take software from a modern computer hard drive and will connect to your vintage computer and then allow you to burn a disk for the vintage computer to use. And you need a USB to serial adapter. Here's mine. This works well for Windows. Let's see. Oh, I got it upside down. Mine is a USB RS-232 model XS880 from usconverters.com. You can get them for cheaper. But that's the one that I have that works really well with Windows. I tried being cheap and getting one for $11 off of eBay, and that didn't work so well. The other thing I've got is some people get CRTs. I don't have anything against a CRT. I've got one for my IBM PC Junior, and I love it, but I don't want to get too many of them. They take up a lot of space. Plus, you can end up spending a bit of money doing that. Whereas you can go to like Salvation Army stores and buy used LCD monitors for like $5, $10, $15, right? That's what I did here. I got this for like $10. And then off of eBay, and the arcade guys like this. This is a Gonbez video converter. This one specifically is a Gonbez GBS 8220. And what it does is you can see on the left side, you plug a modern monitor into it. And then on the right side, see that ribbon cable? That goes into a video cable. In my case, I bought one off of eBay, but you can wire up your own and just, solder together all the wires so that you can then have a little bit better than a composite signal on a modern monitor. Now look, it's not perfect. Like, you get a little bit of wavy artifact and that vertical banding, but other than that, the colors look good. It works, right? You can play games with it. So that's an alternative to a CRT. All in, I probably got less than 250 bucks into this Apple IIGS setup, which might sound like a lot. And if it's too much, there's always emulators which work too, right? But like if you price some of these like vintage, like Apple II full-blown setup, oh my gosh, the sky's the limit, right? You could spend a ton of cash, right? And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have a vintage machine, low total investment. I didn't even get that booty drive at first, and so it was even cheaper. I think I paid $100 for that computer on eBay. I digress. All right. So what do we want to do? We want to call a BBS. So I got the computer, and in the computer here, I'm going to start something called Megaterm, which Megaterm is a terminal emulator program that allows for ANSI graphics. Okay. Which you need if you want to do BBSs. I didn't even know about this, right? I was calling these things in only ASCII mode. Watch this, and you press spacebar to get to the next screen. That's from Street Fighter 2, right? Anyways, so this is the terminal emulator program here. And then what this is doing is it's going over that US converters into my USB onto my modern Windows computer, which I am running TCP-Ser, which is essentially a modem emulator. You can see I've got it running, and then the -D, that /dev TTY S2, that really maps to serial port 3. You got to read the docs for it. There's no other way. The speed is 4800 baud, right? And then the log level for me is log level 4, which is a nice blend. I mean, I'm not going crazy with logging information, but it's giving me some diagnostic info. And then to get this thing to connect, because you see when I started it up, now I get that little bit of noise in the top left, right? So I am going to hold down the open Apple and then shift and then the question mark button. All right, that brought up the menu, okay? And I want the O, change online parameter. So one time gets it out of that menu. I'm gonna hold down open Apple again and hit O, okay? And see how baud defaulted to 19200. I'm gonna switch it to 4800. Everything else is default, including ANSI color. So awesome. Now we got a clear screen. I'm gonna test it, right? ATZ, enter, and you get okay, right? Now it's talking to this emulated modem here, which I scrolled all the way up to show you the command to start it, but there it is. Okay, now what do we do, right? Well, now we go to telnetbbsguide.com, and we want to find some BBSs to call, right? I'm going to go to this list. I'm going to go to brief listings. I happen to know of one that's got a cool splash screen, right? I don't know what all that stuff is I was looking for before, crazy stuff. So I'm gonna say Doc's Place, because I happen to like that one. And with a little luck, it will actually find it. Yeah, there it is, okay. And then look at this Telnet connect string. See that? bbs.docsplace.org, and then :26, which is important. That's the port number. So in the place of the phone number, I'm going to give a manual dialing command. If your terminal program has a manual dial that you can just type in, you can use that too. But I'm going to say AT, attention, dial tone, space, and then bbs dot docsplace.org, and if you don't include this, it's not going to work, port 26, okay? And when I hit enter, check it out. We have connected using Telnet to replace a twisted pair phone line, but we've connected to a computer on the other end that's running Wildcat BBS software, okay? And if you don't have an account in one of these things, you can just type guest in a lot of these BBSs. You actually have to spell it right though. Jeez, what's the matter with me? Okay, welcome guest, and then guest again. And that will log you in, okay? I'm not gonna read the bulletin, I'm gonna cheat here. And then this is gonna be weird access because we're in the guest user, right? So it doesn't remember my settings, like I want graphics because we can display ANSI. So other than the login page, right, we're seeing these, everything else looks like it's defaulting to black and white and ANSI graphics. But you can quit, I believe the default menu, see it's also, because we're signed into the guest account, it's not defaulting to the proper page link, so it keeps asking you to continue. And if you log in with your own account and set these things as ANSI, then this menu would be real colorful and nice. But yeah, I recommend you call these things. There's online games, right? So let's, oops, sorry for that shake there. Let's search for another one that I like. Well, let's search for one type of BBS that's a modern BBS. It runs on Linux, and a lot of people run these systems. See this? It's called Synchronet. And look how many BBSs are running. Some of them have really awesome graphics too. Okay, some of them are, they're not all US based, right? I don't know if that one's based in Hong Kong or if they're just like, hey, stand with Hong Kong. I don't know. But look, some of them run MUDs, right? Multi-user dungeons. So for free, you can call these things and play like essentially like an online D&D variant with real people. It's freaking wild. They have active message boards. Here's another one with pretty good graphics. They have like downloads of old games. Like you could probably download the shareware version of Doom. I recognize this one. Virtuon is the guy that wrote Synchronet BBS hosts a Synchronet BBS, and this is it here. And that's actually really popular. He's got a ton of users. Every time I've logged into this one, there's a who command that you can run. You can see other people are logged in real time. You can chat with them. I mean, this is it, man. This BBSing is what we used to do before, you know, everyone just automatically had internet connected to their computer, and it was a dial-up interface, and you'd read messages, and it was pretty cool. So anyways, I'm gonna sign off of here. Yep, sure, I wanna sign off. But that is a way that you can connect to some BBSs. If you don't have vintage computers, you can even do it with, here is the Apple IIGS emulator Kegs Win, right? You can even do it with that and a TCP serve for a modem emulator, and you can find BBS numbers to call. In fact, with a Windows computer, you can open up a command line and type Telnet and then type in the URL string, and you don't even need anything other than like a Windows, or I imagine Linux would do it too, or Mac OS. You can connect directly through Telnet. So if you want to get your BBS on, this is how to do it. And you know, I've called BBSs for years and years and years, since that was all we had and we would use dial-up modems. I still enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. And anyways, hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all my 500 subscribers. How cool is that? Yeah, that's it. I'll make another video soon, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.